Yeah. We back. Texas. Okay. We back in the building. We back in the building, man. We in the building. We in the building. You know, shout out to the chat. I appreciate this. I appreciate y'all coming through, supporting. Hit that like button on your way in. Hit the like. I don't even talk like this most of the time, but I have hit the like button on your way in, man. Some people need to hear this, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop to the gristle, you know what I'm saying? 88. Yep, we in the building, man. Let's talk about hip hop music. Down to the gristle. 88, feeling great. Yo, cool. I'm getting all, you know what I'm saying? That's what put me on to Steady B and Cool C and all that stuff. One of the first people I started following was Cool C. He had this song called 88 Down to the Gristle or some Down to the Gristle. That was my joint. Then he made another song called Ooh, Ooh, You Got It, The Fabulous Life. The deep part about this was the guy who got them the record deal was a major player, and people don't give him his accolades, but he the one that helped Marley Marl get that deal at Warner Brothers. Because remember, that guy in Philadelphia had the record deal with Jive Records back then. That's how he had Steady B, Cool C, the whole Hilltop. You know what I'm saying? Then you had the EST cat. No, we in the building. Yo, if the other one can write, just tell everybody come back. I'm up and running. You know what I'm saying? Facts. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It was all in that generation. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, yeah, definitely let the people know, man. Definitely, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Fact, let the people know we up and running. We up and running. You know what I'm saying? We had like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Well, they catch it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That was the, see, that was the, I remember the transition, right? So now we're moving now. We touched on Sucker MCs, we touched on Madonna, you know what I'm saying? It was popping Crown, Pink Crown TV, was Popino. We're touching on different things, you know what I'm saying? Feed the Wolves is in the building. Then I remember high school. You had the Poor Righteous Teachers, Peace to the Gods. They was also, you know, we had the we had Sets of Sonic. They had a lot of guards and Sets of Sonic. A lot of people don't know that. What's his name? DJ Paul or what his name was? There was somebody that was a part of the great Sets of Sonic that helped create the horrorcore movement. You had the Flatliners. That my man's part of that. My man Digger. You know what I'm saying? And then you had the Grave Diggers. That was the horrorcore generation of hip hop. I remember that. You know, in the '90s. Prince Paul. Prince Paul was a part of that project, but Prince Paul, I believe, was a part of Sonic. That's what Sonic was popping. They was also a very cultural hip hop group. Let's get it twisted, not just Rakim, but you had them, and you had the you know what I'm saying? Oh, I get that DJ Paul, Prince Paul. I mean, not DJ Paul, Prince Paul. He had the he was pushing that Grave Diggers movement, not DJ Paul. DJ Paul, that's the one from 3-6. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He was the guy that used to produce for Sister Sonic wound up pushing the Grave Diggers. That was that whole hip hop, horrorcore era of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Well, you could Google it, but I believe his name is Prince Paul. But Sister Sonic was a conscious hip hop group. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was a dope group. You know what I'm saying? Then you had the Flatliners that was on Def Jam, was with Seaman Simmons' nephews and all that. You know what I'm saying? Then you also had X Clan. That was another conscious hip hop group back then. So Rakim was kicking knowledge, born and understanding. Then you had rap groups like Paul Righteous Teachers. You had Brand Nubian. You had yeah, Prince. There it is. You know what I'm saying? Brand Nubians. Um, and actually, yeah, you know what's so funny with that Native Tongue movement? De La Soul. Forgot them. Shout out to De La Soul. They was a part of that whole movement. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. They was definitely part of that whole movement. You know what I'm saying? X-Clan, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I remember I'm 46, you gotta work with me, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because, yeah, you're right, Prince Paul did, yeah, them De La Soul album, that's a fact. And be honest with you, De La Soul album is a classic. No, in the Grave Diggers, some of the, hold up, know what you right, Quinn. Some of the rappers that was in the Grave Diggers was from Stetsasonic. Prince Paul produced tracks for them. It's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a classic. That's a classic. They had like 30 songs on that album. You know what I'm saying? The first time I heard Tribe Called Quest was Plug One, Plug Two, Plug One, Plug Two. That's a off. You know what I'm saying? That's the first time I heard. The first time I ever heard of De La Soul. They was a part of the Native Tongue movement. The original Native Tongue movement. We forgot them, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's a fact, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You see how we all can converse and we can break things down, and if somebody's wrong somewhere, they can, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause sometimes we be off. 40 years, you know what I'm saying? 46. I'm giving y'all the best way I can. I'm happy that I got the chat that's helping me out. That, okay, see, now, boom, there it is. And that's how you communicate. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you communicate with each other. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? This is hip hop you're talking about. All these songs, yo, listen, when they made the Gas Face, I was still in high school, Gas Face. MC Search, dancing around all day, right? MC Search, the Gas Face rapping. A lot of people don't know that when you listen to KRS-One's first album, Deppy Shout, you know what I'm saying? When you listen to KRS-One's first album on Jive, he goes to ICU Dances is Down With Us. MC Search was part of the ICU Dances. One of the only white boys you seen dancing in the club. Talking about the Latin Quarters in Union Square. We're talking about when Brooklyn cats was snatching your chain. That's when that song, that Divine Sounds, that Brooklyn song, when they threw that on and they say the club would go crazy and Brooklyn cats start snatching and grabbing, he was in the club, you know what I'm saying? It's hip hop. So he grew within the hip hop industry. Come on, man, shout out to the chat, man. Just like Special Ed, we all love Special Ed. He made that guy that made. But again, you go into the hip hop archive and start kicking the Willie Bobo, you go, yo, did he have mad low lives in this video? And that's crazy because when he made I Got It Made, the song was dope. And what put him to us to the streets was we felt he had the low lives in the video. You know what I'm saying? At Erasmus High School. Because that was the low life generation. Now the low lives was into all the boosting and boom, boom, boom. It wasn't so decept, but one thing about Brooklyn is Brooklyn. That's a fact. He has one on polka dots. That's a fact. He has one of polka dots. I'm gonna tell you who's really into that though, the dances. A lot of dudes that was into the dancing had the polka dot shirts with the funny pants and the gumbies with the blonde in it, the bleach blonde and all that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Dudes was like, yo, he got the low lives in this video. Now think about this. This is before people were saying this on the radio and all this craziness. Dudes was shouting out he had low lives in the video. So now he just wasn't this guy with good hair that looked that's Guyanese that's rapping. Now we're looking at him like he's from the street. Because where I come from, there wasn't too many Guyanese running around, so we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We thinking that that's when a lot hip hop is what educate us. Because a lot of times when we seen like Special Ed, we would think that he's from India. Yo, he's from India or Pakistan. The red dots, the Octopus spots guy. Then you hear his hip hop and talk about boom, boom, boom. Nah, he West Indian. He's from Guyana or he's from Jamaica. Now there's Madam in Brooklyn, huh? And that's when we start to realize about the Indians and the Africans in these countries like like Trinidad, Guyana. You know what I'm saying? Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between the peoples and the population. Hip hop did this. Shout out to Flatbush. Hip hop did this. Because a lot of dudes wasn't leaving their block. And this is when Empire Skating Ring was just like the rooftop. You know what I'm saying? Only difference was there was a lot more Jamaicans going up in the Empire Skating Ring. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my rude boys, Flatbush, 90s, in the building. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, party people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, we talking about the time. You know what I'm saying? Word, bro. So we can say that the Juice Crew All Stars, the Juice. We have to mention Juice. We have to mention BDP. Look what all came from this. Because this is when hip hop was only being played twice a week for an hour apiece on the weekends. So we have to salute the forefathers of hip hop, the forefathers for the radio generation that convinced corporate America to invest in this hip hop. We have to salute the Fly Ties. We have to salute the guy who invested in the B-Boy Records, the guy from the block that invested in that. You know what I'm saying? We have to salute the BOs, you know what I'm saying, who's a part of that project. We have to salute the Said G's, also magnetic. We have to salute these guys. We have to salute the Mike Screen, Brooklyn's in the house, Brooklyn. These are the guys that help convince corporate America to go, there's a market for this. We have to salute the guys, Mantronics, the dudes at Sleeping Bag Records. The guys that gave the world gold albums with EPMD. That gave us Nice and Smooth. That gave us Tila Rock, It's Yours. That's actually Tila Rock. I think Tila Rock was on Def Jam when he made that one. You know what I'm saying? And a host of others. Everything began to change, man. You know what I'm saying? Look what came from EPMD. See how things progress. Look at Houdini. The group that made Roxanne, I heard, look, Houdini. Jermaine Dupri, Houdini. He used to dance for them. Then what's the group that made Roxanne? I forgot the name of the group. The rap group that actually made Roxanne before the Shantae diss. They come from that Houdini wave. UTFO, they come from that Houdini wave. If you watch early music video box, one of the first real big hip hop tours was the Fresh, what they call it, the Fresh Fest, what they call it. You see UTFO breakdancing, dancing for Houdini while they on stage. In the rain in Philadelphia, somewhere, in Philly. Exactly. UTFO. Facts. Dana Dane, Profile Records. He had hits. Dane killed him. But when Slick Rick went solo, shout out to Van Slick, shout out to that whole situation, Def Jam, Children's Story. Your man Slick Rick was the king of hip hop, bro. He even did a song with Albie Shore that was rocking. An R&B type of song that he was rapping over the beat. Hey Young World, Mona Lisa. Yo, Slick Rick's first album is like reading a book, bro. That guy killed that album. Shout out to Uptown Bronx. Yeah, Slick Rick did that. You know what I'm saying? We in the building part of it. We in hip hop. crack era. This is when dudes was wearing that's when, let's just deal with the facts, when dudes was wearing the Jordan suits made at Dapper Dan. Remember the white shirts with the Nike Airs because that's when Delta Forces was popping. The Deltas was popping. Uptowns was popping. Yeah. Prison killed his career, bro. Killed his career, and it's crazy because where he actually caught his case at is where Lord Finesse did the video at. The Castle was a big club in the Bronx. The Dunks was popping. Facts. Woo. We here, party people. Brooklyn Favors was popping. We in the building. This is what was popping. Crack ever with the hip hop. Only difference was how these dudes glorified doing drugs. You couldn't do that back then. You couldn't rap and say you smoke crack. That wasn't gonna work. Remember the Coca-Cola shirts? Yo, there was a spot. I'm saying there was a spot on 34th Street by Macy's that sold mad Coca-Cola shirts, and all that shit was like on 34th, right by the big Macy's. I remember a spot over there that had the Coca-Cola shirts and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Brooklyn Favors was popping. Salute to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this cultural stuff is what took hip-hop to another level now. Don't get it twisted. The record labels, they was pushing hip-hop, but they was pushing their type of hip-hop. They was throwing Rico Suave on us. They was throwing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Fat Boys. The Fat Boys, these guys come out of New York. Some of them come out of East New York. You know what I'm saying? To see them in the movie was major. They was in a major movie. That was a hit. The Fat Boys. They had great albums. I remember I had that, the Mickey Mouse shirts in '87. The long Mickey Mouse shirts with the Vans, with the hard blues. Yes, I had one of them. I had one of those in '87, bro. The long Mickey Mouse shirts, hard blues, and Vans. That's when them Vans was. I mean, Vans is always popping, but Vans was popping that summer. That's when I had the summer youth jobs and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yep. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had the polo skips. I was buying Vans. I had the red Vans. Facts. The Fat Boys was back, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had the long Mickey Mouse joint. That was the joints back then. That game hats. You know what I'm saying? Gats, game hats. That was a joint. You know, Summer Youth. I'm gonna tell you, when I was working for Summer Youth, you had to go. This is downtown Brooklyn. I'm from East Harlem. We had to go downtown Brooklyn where McDonald's is at, by the Fulton Street Mall. They cash out Summer Youth checks. The cash out Summer Youth checks, you had to go to a crew to cash a check and some dude was getting robbed. You know what I'm talking about, right off of East Flatbush, right now where that pizza spot is at, the Dollar Pizza at McDonald's. There used to be a check cashing spot right there where you had to go, and that's one of the, not had to go, but one of the spots where you can physically go to cash a Summer Youth check at. And when you went to that spot, you had to know how to fight, bro. You hear me? Yeah, remember the Travel Foxes is a fact. The Jamaicans was on it. Remember, the Jamaicans had the Clarks and the Travel Foxes. It was a little more different. Suit shirts, you know what I'm saying? Facts, you know what I'm saying? The era, this is all hip-hop crack era. Travel Fox with those, I forgot the name of those, all those jackets of those that had all the cuts in it. That was a Jamaican thing too. Like jean suits with the cuts in it, like holes in it. It was like weird, you know what I'm saying? It was a whole Jamaican thing. Shout out to all my rosters, you know what I'm saying? You hear me? The Bally's was popping, the Clarks was popping, you know what I'm saying? L.A. Gears, I remember the L.A. Gears popped. I remember that for you know, Lagos was popping. Yeah, the U's, that's what it was. Brooklyn Flavors, no, Damage and all that. The color, that was the whole Jamaican way. If you wasn't Jamaican, you had no business wearing that. You had none. If you wasn't Jamaican, you had no business wearing that. You know what I'm saying? L.A. Gears was in the building. Remember the L.A. Gears? Remember that? This is all, listen, all this is crack era. I'm going to tell you his and hers. This was a Brooklyn thing, though. Elite sneakers. That's when you did the his and hers. The his and hers, when you and your girl on Valentine's Day, you buy the his and hers sneakers. You know what I'm saying? His and her Elises with the red shirts. That was the ever for the his and hers. The first his and hers I ever seen was a guy and his girl with Elise sneakers on. Elise's, bro. It's facts. Hell yeah, I'm trying to tell you, man. I remember the spot builts. That's a fact. That's crack era shit right there. Spot builts, green ones. You know what I'm saying? The Brooklyn cats had the trenches. I never understood why everything in Brooklyn had trenches and masks. I never understood that shit. That's why I do so out of Brooklyn, yo. Because if you wasn't wearing polo, in Brooklyn, if you wasn't wearing Benetton, shout out to Chaconis, Playboy, if you wasn't wearing the fashionable suits, even if you, because a Jamaican with a used suit meant he was getting some money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like damaged jeans and all that. All right, Rude Boy getting a couple of dollars. But then you had a segment of Brooklyn dudes that went around with long trenches. That's right, cross colors. Cross colors, and then you had to remember they had the Guess jeans, the pastel colors, like the blue, the neon green, the money green, that whole Guess wave. Facts. Hell yeah. The Playboy joint, that was the Puerto Rican joint, man. The Puerto Rican to the white Playboys on, the DA and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's got the DA and all that, you know what I'm saying? Button up shirt, sham shirt with the gold buckle. You know what I'm saying? With some good jeans, man. You know, Sergio Valentes, Jordache. So we're talking about an era. All this is in the mix of hip hop. So when they say that New York didn't play a major part to this being a worldwide genre, yes, it did. Yes, sir. Yes, it did. Hell yeah. I remember back in the days when you cut all your hair off, it wasn't cool. The only people that could cut their hair off was dudes that was tough. Yeah, you had to have leads. You had the lead jeans, the pinstripe leads. That's when dudes would try to snatch your pack. There was a spot in the Bronx. It was dangerous. Jew Boy. To shop at Jew Boy, you had to be official. If you went by yourself and nothing happened to you on your way out. That's how it went at Jew Boy in the Bronx. Shout out to all the kids, you know what I'm saying? Like Brooklyn. Going to Jew Boy was like going to Tilden Projects, going to see a chick. You know what I'm saying? Going to Brevoort, going to see a chick. You know what I'm saying? Like Brooklyn cats could smell a foreigner a mile away. You know what I'm saying? Only difference with Brooklyn cats is you go in the lobby, it's 30 of them in there. You know what I'm saying? Or who you here to see? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, man, in the chat, man. Sergio Valentes and all that, man. Y'all was an ever for that, man. All this play. So all of us, we may not have been rappers yet. Jew Man was, you had to go there. If you, KB Khan on 145th, that was another hot spot. Dapper Dan, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Shirt King, the whole Coliseum Mall. But we grew up in this hip hop. Let me tell you about the troop suits. A good friend of mine named was Leon. We called him Sean Troop because he had a troops jacket. Because back then, the troop, it had cars. So he had the troop jacket and sneakers that was Lamborghinis. Because you remember, a lot of that troop stuff was like named after cars. They give a troop jacket, and it might say Lamborghini, Ferrari, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. The fact, a good friend of mine, his name was Orville Richardson. You might know him. He's from Crown Heights. He lived across the street from that precinct that was losing their mind. He lived off of Bergen and Utica. The first guy to ever bring me to Albany Projects, and we're talking about 1986. Facts. So we all played a part to this hip hop. We all played a part to this hip hop generation. We all played a part to this culture when we went, and some of y'all had Jerry curls. Remember the hot comb? Remember the hot combs with the bangs? All that was part of hip hop. Vanderveer, exactly. All that played a part. Everything played a part to this hip hop culture that we see now. We all played a part to this stuff. You know what I'm saying? The long Mickey Mouse shirts is a fact. You know what I'm saying? And think about it. We wasn't even trying to dress like the rappers. We was just trying to be fashionable. We got the Jerry curl. I used to have this, I used to buy this gel. I used to straighten my hair. I throw this bum juice in my hair, this new curl thing. My shit used to curl up real crazy. It's back with the Afro shit. I had the curls in back. Remember, I was with the Puerto Ricans, man. I was more Nano Zeke back then. That's when I used to dance. It was cool to dance. You know what I'm saying? It was cool to dance. I go to a house party, they start playing all that Stevie B and all that. Y'all know, don't start acting funny now on my Puerto Ricans in the chat right now. You know, Stevie B, yeah, the Georges is popping, TKA, you know what I'm saying? Solid Morning, Suave and all up, you know what I'm saying? Johnny, what is it, Johnny Quest, you know what I'm saying? That was my habit. All you Puerto Ricans, don't become black now. This is when I was with the crew, and it was cool to dance, and that's when the drink, the choice of alcohol back then was Bacardi, Smirnoff, and Cisco. If they had banned the refrigerator, it was a 40 ounce. It wasn't going to nobody's house drinking a Heineken. They had 6 40 ounces in the refrigerator. Hell yeah, the Jersey was a phase, dogs. Yes, Orchard and Delancey. That's our whole LES wave. You know what I'm saying? It's a fact. Expose. I'm gonna tell you what happened, man. I'm gonna tell you what happened, party people. We loved the music, and then as soon as Madonna made Vogue, we was like, hold up, whoop, flag on the play. Because we wasn't voguing. That was like crossing the line. We saw Vogue, it was like, huh? Because now, the whole Vogue movement was something different. You know what I'm saying? I know a bunch of killers that dance to freestyle music. You know what I'm saying? But when dudes started voguing and we started looking like, what is Dennis Rodman doing with his hair? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you, man. I'm talking about the time and ever when it was cool to go to a house party, right? And dance. Nobody was thinking about the ops at a house party. I swear to God. We go to a house party, the ops was in there. We was trying to have fun. Tell you, man, I had the curl back there. I had little curl, little shoes, I used to iron my pants back then, so I had little creases. I didn't have the California creases. I'm going to tell you something. We was so much New York that we thought that dudes in Cali was bugging, bro. Remember those 2020 documentaries they used to have about the Bloods and Crips? Used to be like, them dudes is losing their mind out there. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, it was thousands and thousands of people dying in New York City. Used to be like, drive-bys? What's a drive-by? You know what I'm saying? Well, it was dope. The Jericho was popping. And then they made Coming to America, and it wasn't cool to have a Jericho no more. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Vogans, they took that from us. Because now it wasn't cool to dance no more at a house party. You go to a house party, it was too much voguing going on, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, whoa. I just wanted to listen to my Silent Morning. You're taking Silent Morning, you're taking Girl I House Shoe. Girl I House Shoe. Get in my heart now. And what? And when you're in my heart, you know what's up. Let your body breathe, rain on your body, jump. That was cool. That was cool, buddy. Even Wild Bass had a house song. House your body, house your body. It was crazy. And then they started voguing, and we was like, what the F is this? You go to a house party, and like 6 dudes, and they voguing, like, oh, man, how you gonna take this from us? That's all we had. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what everything changed. That's what really pushed us more to hip-hop. Okay, we got to see this Big Daddy Kane stuff more. But maybe we have to do. That's when I transitioned from doing dancing house music to doing the Running Man for 20 minutes, bro. I was the run. If y'all see what I did with Special Ed, now I'm going to tell you what's crazy. That video I got on my page, you can go back to it. I'm dancing with Special Ed. I couldn't do that 30 years ago. 30 years ago, that would have been a hood slick. They would have took my hood pass away for that. But now when you're old, you get away with certain old things. So check it, party people. I was the Running Man king, bro. I ever had to dance. I've been doing the Running Man crazy. It's like, go Zig, 131. I had to cook on 131, so it was dope. It's to cheer me on, you know what I'm saying? I used to walk out like I was a people's champ like this. I used to walk out, I used to walk to the house party like this. I was like the dance. You know, the only people that was beating us at that time, you always had the one dancing dude that really worked at McDonald's or White Castles. But this guy knew how to dance, and all the girls loved him. We talking about the guy who had 2 kids already that was 18 years old. Before the MC Hammer generation. When MC Hammer popped off, he had the MC Hammer pants. He's the guy, no matter how many people me and my mans jumped, no matter how many pockets we dug, no matter how many walls we wrote graffiti on, this is the guy that all the girls love. He hit the block, he was like a rapper. All the girls all over him. And we used to be tight, my nigga. They had all the shorties, bro. He come through the Grand Pyramids. You could be dancing with a chick. Remember back then, you could slow dance, remember? You could slow dance. Remember the slow dance ever? You could start doing that. No, the slow dance was like the 1-2 step at a house party. It was crazy. Then he'd come and mess it all up. He come through like about 2 o'clock in the morning, and then he don't even dance much. He just do 2 little steps. Now, we're ready to jump him now. Like, bro, what's up, man? I've been playing with this girl all night, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. Y'all know, you already know. When MC Hammer came out, let me tell you something. I don't know which Decepticon chapter it was, but there was a song that MC Hammer had that was like, because, you know, Video Music Box, that's how most of us first heard of MC Hammer. And he had this song, I used to go, turn this mother out. That was the song, bro. Shout out to the chat. Hit the like button, party people, because y'all niggas got me someplace up. I'm a little mad. Names like Pretty Boy Earl, Green Eyes Jose. They was the dancers, bro. They always had a good, remember that song? Turn this mother out. Only the Decepticons made it negative, a chapter of them. When you would hear them song, turn this mother out, they would rob the whole train car, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know which chapter it was, but shout out to Baby Rumble, everybody in, you know what I'm saying, Martin Luther King High School, no graphics, Park West. It was crazy. When you heard that, you knew to get off the train, you know what I'm saying? Because you would hear him, turn this mother. 14th Street was a danger zone. Shout out to Yusuf Salam, Public Ebony, you know, my man Gubby UF, everybody went to LaGuardia, my man Felix, NSN crew, all of them, you know what I'm saying? It's popping party people. Shout out to, you know, Amsterdam Projects across the street. It was crazy. Yeah, I remember one time I tried to dip in Brooklyn. I dipped in Brooklyn. This was 89. I tried to dip in. It's this girl, I was in love with. She was in love with me more, but I was in love with her too. You know, that young love shit. And she was like, if you really love me, you'll come to Brooklyn where I'm at. So what you think, I'm scared? You think I'm scared? I'm Zeke Black from the East Side. Boom, I was scared to death. But I was like, you know what? I gotta show her I'm not scared. Now I tried to dip in. But I forgot, I don't know how to travel in Brooklyn. So the train I caught, I got off on somewhere by Eastern Parkway. And I had to walk. Mind you, there wasn't no GPS back then. There was no GPS. There was none. I love hooky parties. Shout out to the hooky, don't say shout out to the hooky parties. The hooky parties is popping party people. Don't get it twisted. We wasn't drinking Heinekens back then. We was drinking Ballantine Ale, St. Ides, Private Stock. We wasn't bringing St. Ides to a house party because St. Ides was a different type of devil that came a little later. Drinking Old Gold was what it was popping. So now, I get lost in Brooklyn. So now I'm asking dudes, yo, Cisco. Boom. How do I get to, by Empire Skating Rink? It's shortly right across the street. I'm scared to death. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was scared to death. She's like, no, go down this block right here. Yo, I walked down the block. It was 1,000 cats, yes, by Ebbets Field. Yo, it was 1,000 cats out there. I was like this. Damn, man. What a guy will do to prove a girl he ain't soft. I was scared to death. I was like, oh Lord. I hit the corner. I see she lived across the street from Empire State. Mr. came down and said, "Oh, you really came? I thought you was scared. I am scared. Get me in the house." You know what I'm saying? Let me in. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Yeah, Ebbets Field. I'm like, let me in. This is, yo, it was 1,000 cats that running spinning corners. They must have smelt there's a new guy in the neighborhood. It was crazy. This is before all the blood and Crips and all this other stuff. It was crazy. I was like, she's like, I thought you was gonna come. Listen, baby, let's go upstairs. You know what I'm saying? And take the place for me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, she was cool, man. I went out of town. I totally forgot about it though, but it was cool, man. It was a little dangerous, man. You had the low lives running around. You had the remember the D-Ceps was still strong back then. Franklin Ave, Posse, shout out to Franklin Ave. They was still strong. You was not going to Brooklyn without definitely Crown Heights, Flatbush. Not even Fort. See, when you mention Fort Greene, right? People go, oh, Fort Greene. If you're from Fort Greene and you was a goon, Fort Greene Projects. There's nothing else there. Everything else is private homes. You know what I'm saying? There's a high school in that area called Brooklyn Tech. These guys, yo, Jeffrey was popping, was Popino. The teacher was popping, the Wolf Pack, you know what I'm saying? I remember those days, man. That's when it was cool to have the Jerry Curls wasn't cool no more, don't front. Brooklyn Favors wasn't cool to have a Jerry. You had the bangs back then, that was the bang. That was the beginning of the extension generation. And then, Janet Jackson makes a movie, Tupac in it, and everybody had that hairstyle for a little while. Remember that hairstyle? Remember that whole, everybody wanted to dress like Janet? I forgot the name of that movie that Janet Jackson and Tupac was in. I remember that whole wave. It was crazy. Mind you, I'm telling you. Yeah, the Salt and Pepper hairdo. That was the generation. Definitely shout out to Salt and Pepper. That was the wave, the Salt and Pepper. I'm going to start to skip into the Janet Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can ask a question, dogs. Yeah, actually, yo, anybody can ask a question, man. Ask a question, man. No, it's not gang related. You know what I'm saying? Poetic justice. I remember that hairstyle? That was crazy. But LA Music Sound, ask a question, dogs. You know what I'm saying? I was at the King T. That was my joint. I used to like King T when he made the joint with MC Breeze, Ice Cube, Funky Piano. Oh, you took a chance, Jacob Johnson. Because Soundview was like Brooklyn. You know Soundview and Castle Hill to the side. What do you think will bring us strong together as a melanin community when it comes to making a record label and not fighting with our own fam? We have to understand business more. I think that we jump into things without understanding the business. So by us not understanding the business, by the time the bag is made, we start to believe that we're getting over on each other. I believe that we need to start taking care of more business, signing more contracts, understanding that if you jerk me, I'm gonna sue you. We haven't got to that point yet where we're doing a lot of things off of word of mouth, off of principles, off of morals and standards. Nobody cares about that when he gets to the bag. So what happens is, I can discover you and bring you to Russell Simmons. I ask you, man to man, to shake like two grown men. If you blow, am I gonna get 30%? Yeah, no doubt. Now you blow, there's no contract signed. You don't owe me nothing. You have to take care of business. In America, everything is paperwork. And until we get to the point where we're not scared to tell our friends to sign contracts, then we're still be going at each other's heads. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that's where we fall at. We have to learn to do things on contracts. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't live off of all a man got is his word. Nobody cares about that. In the court of law, when you go to civilly sue somebody for some points, and you go, well, all a man got is his word. Nobody cares about that. The judge is gonna go, what? Only thing that works in America is paperwork. That's the only thing that people care about is paperwork. much love, LA Sound. Remember that. No matter how cool you with somebody, it could be your brother. Let's sign a contract. Because when you blow, why you think a lot of guys get sued? Because contracts are signed. Just like Juice World, rest in peace, he got sued for that sample. Just like Bismarck, back in the days, he got sued for that sample. Just like Lord Tariq and Peter Guns, they got sued. And these are these guys' biggest hits. Just rest in peace to that man, because they didn't do the due diligence to guarantee their spot with these samples. So now when the song blows, these guys sit back and go, BDS spins, yo, how much money did that song gross last year? Oh, the total gross is 5 million. Call my lawyer. Something as simple as negotiating a deal, getting a contract signed, see, you know what I'm saying? So it's just knowing your business. But a lot of times, because we don't believe in ourselves, we don't believe that, we don't take pride in everything that we do as a culture. So we be surprised. I'm surprised at Blue. Think everything you do is great. Yes. Yeah, he had to. He had to. Because before Guru passed away, he passed a lot of he did a lot of, other things he was doing with their music. So now you got to search, you have to fight for that. You have to fight for those masses. And he might not even got all the music. He might got a majority of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing with the music thing. Like Kanye West, he's trying to sue the record labels because remember what he said? He don't own none of his music. You know what I'm saying? A lot of music that he made, he doesn't own it. So now he's trying to sue the right people to own his catalog, because when the smoke clears, that's what you eat off of. It's just like with this YouTube with the algorithms. People will always go back to your catalog. So if you have a great catalog, people will always go into your videos. That's why Jay-Z owns everything from the second album down. Did Jay-Z waste his time at Def Jam? Not at all. Why? The big win was he got to get all his masters back from the second album down. I don't know about the first one, but the second one, if you think about it, right? The first one went gold. The second one went platinum, but it was a mediocre success. The third one is Jay-Z's first biggest hit, Hard Knock Life. That's Jay-Z's biggest. That was Jay-Z's first major commercial success. He owns that album. Hard Knock Life. Can I get a what? No Money Cash Hoes. Jigga what? Jigga who? That's Jay-Z's first real mega hit. He owns that record, that album. That's the music that we hear. We're gonna hear him play Can I Get a What? That was a commercial success. They're not gonna play Can't Knock the Hustle on a commercial station, but they're gonna play it as in rotation. But in rotation, they're gonna play Can I Get a What? You know what I'm saying? Now, he has every other master but that one, you know what I'm saying? Because it's focusing on your music. Even Chris Brown, they said Chris Brown got a lot of his masters now. So that's what he's gonna retire from, like Prince. When Prince changed his name to Symbol, is because he wanted control of his masters. And now he got his masters. So even though Prince might be rest in peace, Prince's estate will eat forever. Not just radio, jingles, commercials, rest in peace, bro. So understanding the business, when you understand the business, a lot of times we see these artists and they take off, but they don't own nothing. They don't have a large percentage of their publishing. So it's like, okay, you don't believe in yourself, we got you. You have to now in the streaming game, you gotta think about this, right? Hold on, party people. So like, I give you a good example. If 6ix9ine signs a $10 million record deal, After taxes, it's gonna be like close to 5. Most of that $10 million is a budget, so most of that's not even cash. Physical cash, he probably got that 10 million might be $3 million. After the $3 million, that's taxable dollars. So out of that 10 million, he's gonna physically touch 1.5 to $2 million. Everything else is studio time, producers, security, all that. The department's budget. 10 million, you know what $10 million? I might say 6ix9ine might get $3 million, close to 4. Everything else is for it's a budget, studio time, a producer. Because now anybody that produces him now is gonna charge top dollar. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So now, but he may not. The deal with the 10 million is you don't own your publishing. Exactly. So does 6ix9ine really win? Yeah, he got some money, but remember, they're gonna make their $10 million through streaming. They're gonna make their money back the first month of him being home. He made their money back last year when he made 1 billion streams. 1 billion streams on Spotify. They probably got. He don't own because he doesn't own his masters. Well, that masters he probably owns because I heard they gave him his music. You know what I'm saying? But anything he does after the 10 million, let me be clear because I know that something happened with his music and whatever music they put out. I think he has another company that was pushing his agenda. You know what I'm saying? But now, exactly. When he's signing a $10 million deal, it's back to Jay Jerkham. It's back to take this 10 million, you good, and then the next time I'll give you a bunch of money. They're not gonna give you 10 million and give you all. A label is not gonna give you 10 million plus let you keep all your masters. It's not gonna happen. That defeats the whole purpose of them signing you. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? You know what I'm saying? So, what's gonna happen is off this young boy, they're gonna make close to 30 or 40 million, and then they're gonna win. And then when his run dries up, but he's still gonna get money. He's gonna have to pay for the rest of his life for some type of security or whatever the case may be. And then knowing him, because he's young and dumb, he's gonna want to still be relevant. And then he's gonna get himself caught with something stupid because he want to show the world that he's not scared of nobody. This is what happens. So understand the business. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we have to do. We have to have business classes. I can be your best friend. If you want to create a business, we're gonna go. We got to sign contracts. We got to stop going off of I didn't know the song was gonna blow. It happens. Look, Cardi B been rapping. She was on Love and Hip Hop. She does a remix on a mixtape to Kodak Black, and that became the biggest song in America. All she did was redo a Kodak Black song and rap like she was from New York. And that became the biggest song in America and opened all doors for her afterwards. Shout out to KR Management, you know what I'm saying? They was there with her, you know what I'm saying? You know, Shaft and all of them, you know what I'm saying? Hood Celebrity and all that, you know what I'm saying? Who would have thought a song that she remixed with somebody, she remixed a song off a mixtape, rapped about it, it wound up becoming, at that point in time, the biggest song in America. And as her career progressed, they're going through politics now with, Shaft and the label. But hopefully they cleared that up business-wise. You know what I'm saying? He can become see, the messed up part about this, man, he can become an industry by himself, but since the powers that he needs to help him become who he has to be, he has to deal with them. Because he's gonna have to deal with the Apple Musics, the Spotify's. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to deal with those entities, unless he do his business right, they're gonna Jay Jerk. You know what I'm saying? his publishing. He has to deal with all these companies. It's not like people can just, you understand what I'm saying? The only way he's going to win exactly. That's what Fly Tie did, man. And that was real though, because when I thought about it, right? Roxanne Shante, when she stopped rapping, he promised her he could pay for her to go to college. That woman really went to college. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Shout out to Fly Tie. He don't get enough credit for that. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't about him jerking them. When he got that major deal with Warner Brothers, this is what we're gonna do, because you begin to see how because you begin to understand business. I know you're gonna jerk them on the publishing. I know you're gonna jerk them on this. So boom, give me this advance money, and I can spread this out, and everybody can eat, and then y'all can do. Then y'all find your way in the game if this doesn't work out. That's how the politics go, party people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Fly Tie, man. You know what I'm saying? He had a dream. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like I said, a lot of times it's business. Hell yeah, they have to, because that's the only way he can get a dollar. But that's just hip hop and his business. That's where, you know what I'm saying? That's just hip hop and business. Now it goes back to something that SNS was saying. SNS made a beat. He was talking to Bimmy yesterday. He made a beat, and whatever how the contracts were signed, somebody wound up getting the percentage that he's supposed to eat off of. Somebody else wound up getting the percentage because he didn't sign the contracts right. So now SNS, he's more smart about doing his business when he's selling beats. And I never knew this though. But I never knew that SNS had a beat on LL Cool J's number 10 album. I would have never knew that. I would have never knew that SNS sold the beat to Bimmy for 10 racks. Or Bimmy helped him sell the beat for 10 racks. Shout out to Harlem, DJ SNS. I would have never knew that. You know what I'm saying? I know Ron G, he did some production. You know, Ron G brought out Miss Jones. And then, you know, a lot of people don't know that Ron G made the beat to Thuggin' with featuring Fat Joe and R. Kelly. That was a platinum single. Word, Ron G made that beat. You know what I'm saying? Kick It Bree was on a lot of first tracks on Mary J on the remix album. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, dudes, like for example, somebody you sell a beat for 10,000, but that song might go triple platinum. We're talking about a time when a single might have cost $3.99. We're talking about a time when records was costing $25, where a CD cost then went from albums to CDs. CDs was $22, $23. If DMX sold 10 million records in 1 year or for 2 albums, that means that Def Jam made over $250 million. But the way contracts is being written, out of that 250,000, X probably got a check for close to $1 million. After taxes and paying your management and lawyer fees, X out the first album probably made that first year, rapping wise, probably only made 100,000. Doing shows is how he made his money. And X, I'm just giving you a number, but I'm pretty sure it was that type of number because there's one point where DMX didn't even want to rap no more. Where he said Def Jam jerked him. Where he said he made more money doing movies than he was doing in hip hop. Because the contract he signed. Remember, when DMX signed his contract, he still had a strong woo problem. He was still getting high. You understand what I'm saying? So it all boils down to the contracts. Had nothing to do with 6ix9ine. Let's leave him where he's at. It has nothing to do, you know what I'm saying? It has to do with the contracts. I remember right now, LA Music. Remember, a single now is like $1.99 on Apple Music. You know, the Spotify, they spin it. If you make the playlist, you win. If you hot, you hot, man. It's now when you have a hot, because you have a hot single on Spotify and nobody ever spin your records in the real world. Like my man Veli MMB, he had a great year. He got 3 good songs out. He got Gank, he got Fendi, and he got a new song called Wacky. But for some weird reason, we don't pay attention to it until From Master Flex or Drewski or some DJ somewhere puts this in some type of rotation or put them with their flow or DJ. You know what I'm saying? So it's everybody plays a part to an artist's success. You know what I'm saying? But you got some artists that we don't hear on the radio that sold millions on Spotify, and they going on tours. They got a fan base. There was some group that won a Grammy that nobody ever heard of, but these guys had like 10 billion streams on Spotify and all these other networks, and these guys are really going on tours. Don't get it twisted. There's a lot of guys that go on tour that we don't hear about, like Vince Staples. I never heard of Vince Staples' song, but this guy stay on tour. Every time I go on IG, he's rapping in front in stadiums. You know what I'm saying? Just to name a few. I don't hear too much of Joey Badass, even though he has some good songs. But when I go on Instagram, this guy's packing stadiums. So there's people that listen to their music. You know what I'm saying? There is people that buy into this type of sound. You know what I'm saying? We just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? That we don't hear on Hot 97 or 105.1 on a regular basis in their rotations. There's another one too, man. Yeah, Earth Gang, like Lil Uzi Vert. I only heard one song that kid ever made, that blew. That I'm dead or my friends is dead, something about dead homies. Lil Uzi Vert's the man. Little Pump, he was in rotation. When I first Little Pump, it was Gucci, right? Gucci. I go on Instagram, he's jumping in crowds. Push me to the edge. That song went woof. But he was already woof before he made the song. So the internet is really working for those guys. The internet is really working for those guys. When those guys say they got 1 million subs, they really got 1 million subs and followers, because you can tell from the record sales and you can tell from the performances. You know what I'm saying? Fact. These rap groups that we don't really pay no mind to, man. You know what I'm saying? Can somebody tell me a Vince Staples song? I never heard one yet. But this guy's making more money than most people that we're talking about. He's seeing more money than Troy Ave ever in hip hop. These guys, these young boys, they're part of a different type of movement. You know what I'm saying? A whole different type of movement in hip hop. Like I'm gonna give you a good example. Griselda Records, Conway, There must be an audience for them if they're signing to these major labels. They're getting pushed from, Shady Records, Rock Nation. And then I sit back and go, they're part of an underground hip-hop movement, right? The way they rap, it's not underground movement, but the way they rap is not what you're going to play on the radio. But when you see them perform, shout out to Buffalo. They pack them. They have a crowd for that. Rock Marciano packs them. But what surprises the commercial artists is when they see the crowd reaction, like, they don't play these guys on the radio. How do y'all? They got cult followings for this type of hip hop. This is what the internet is doing for those guys. You know what I'm saying? The fact, man. This is what the internet is doing for those guys. These rap groups we don't hear about. When's the last time you ever heard a Rock Marciano song on the radio? A Conway song on the radio? We gotta listen to Eminem and Nick Cannon go at it. The millionaires go at it. Multi-millionaires going at it right now. This is this guy's wife, and his wife, he comes back at him, boom, here it goes. You know what I'm saying? So the streaming industry does work for some of these guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, it works for these guys. But a lot of these guys got powers that be behind them. So now the powers that be, they're also working their magic to make these guys more successful. You know what I'm saying? They're painting the narrative that these guys are superstars. You know what I'm saying? So they're doing other things to make these guys superstars, like Lulu, like Lulu the Boat. I never really heard a Lulu Yachty song. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. They big in that, you know what I'm saying? Like Lulu Boat. A lot of people that didn't know his music, we seen him on Super Bowl commercials. So now he gains a fan base. What they're doing with these young boys is they're using their image in other things like Pepsi Cola commercials, magazines. So now what happens is these guys is gaining momentum for being in certain circles. Oh, he's in a picture with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the deception. So now what happens now is that you got dudes checking on their music. Oh, wait a minute. What is he doing in the room with Jay-Z? Oh, let me check out this rapper. What are you doing with Eminem? What is he doing in the Coca-Cola commercial? What is he doing in the Maserati commercial? So what they're doing is they're selling these guys' image. So now the only way you can really hear their music is the internet. YouTube, Spotify, you know what I'm saying? That's a fact. It was taboo. Graffiti was, and I'm gonna tell you something. Graffiti is one of the first diverse parts of the whole hip hop culture. Because not just black and Latinos wrote graffiti. You had Russians, you had Italians, you had Albanians, you had Yugoslavians, Czechoslovakians. Everybody wrote graffiti, not just blacks and Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really wanted to see this hip hop thing grow. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Izzy from Brooklyn, OG, you know what I'm saying? It's a fact, you know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna do is, man, I gotta do some things early in the morning, man. I appreciate those train yards was crazy. Y'all took me back. Shout out to the Juice Crew All-Stars. Shout out to Fly Tie. Shout out to the salt and pepper hair dudes, the 8-ball jackets. Thank you. We definitely do got some. We had some dope train yards. That's a fact. And if you check my IG, I'm going to post some old graffiti, you know what I'm saying? Nah, it's all love, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's all Nas born to understanding, you know what I'm saying? This is how we build. This is how we win, party people. You know what I'm saying? You know, when it came from New York hip-hop, then you had LA was pushing the culture too heavy. See, when we think about LA, we think about gangbanging. Oh, the Bloods and Crips and Mexicans, they were losing their mind. But hip-hop was a major culture out there. You had Ice-T out there. We had King T out there. We had Too Short. We had E40. We had the Dangerous Family. We had MC Force was popping. We had the dudes. We had the guys that was in Seattle. My posse's on Broadway. They was popping. Sir Mix-a-Lot. My posse's on Broadway. The first time I ever heard their music was on Video Music Box. The first time I seen NWA with that song Easy, Video Music Box. The first time I seen MC Hammer, that's that California music. You know what I'm saying? Devin the Dude, because my cousin went on tour with Rob Bates, so that's how I know about Devin the Dude, you know what I'm saying? He went on tour with Rob Bates, you know what I'm saying? So you meet dudes like Devin the Dude, Shy D had a dope song, you know, Luke Skywalker, Uncle Luke, with that, you know what I'm saying? Before, yeah, Easy Rock, my cousin was on that. Rest in peace, DJ Easy Rock. My cousin Lenny used to dance for him. You know what I'm saying? My cousin Lenny, he went on Rob Bates' first 3 tours. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I knew, you know what I'm saying, about the other cultures of hip hop, because when he would tour, he would come out with the records. You know what I'm saying? Like Uncle Luke, he been had that 808 sound was crazy already in Florida with that already. Like they already had these sounds, you know what I'm saying? But we didn't really hear that hip hop because we only focused what they played on the radio. Like Ice-T did a lot for the culture of hip hop on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? When he did shout out to the Gucci Crew, it's like when he did the song Colors. That was like, woo. Then, you know, he did a song with, you know what I'm saying? He did a song like a lot of people over noticed MC Everlast was signed to Ice-T first before he went to the House of Pain. You know what I'm saying? Rhyme Syndicate Records. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Ice-T has love for hip-hop. If you pay attention, Google this about Rhyme Syndicate Records before he lost that record deal at Warner Brothers. He bought Zulu Nation in L.A. He got that record deal. He bought Bronx Style Bob out there. He bought out, rest in peace, Donald D. He had this song called FBI. Now, check this. I salute him. Donald D was an underground rapper that was hot in New York, and he bought him again. He actually gave him a record deal under Warner Brother Records. Rhyme Syndicate Records. He brought African Islam out there. He had half of Zulu Nation out there. And there's only one white rapper, MC Everlast. It's a fact. That's when Ice-T had a song called You Played Yourself. That song was popping. Ice-T was involved with that whole Zulu Nation situation. That's who he was messing with. I mean, that's who he was, in the mix with Zulu, you know what I'm saying? So this is a guy from Newark that went to Cali, ran with some Crips, came back to New York when he started blowing. You talking about New York when he had I'm Your Hustler. Remember that album? I'm Your Hustler. We all loved Darlene on the album cover. That Ice-T. When he went back with the big record deal, he did a lot for the culture. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot. Turbo with the Breaking 1, Breaking 2. All that was for the hip-hop culture. Then, John Singleton made, Boys in the Hood. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? Did a lot for the culture. Think about this. The first time, so Video Music Box will get enough credit. The first time that we ever heard of most of these West Coast rappers was through Video Music Box, unless you was from California. Hell yeah. The first time, bro. A lot of these West Coast rappers that was out, hell yeah, Cypress Hills. A lot of these rappers, a lot of them dudes was coming to New York. You know what I'm saying? Video Music Box was playing their music. They wasn't being selective. The first time I ever seen NWA was Easy Does It. I thought they was crazy to show that video. A guy in jail rapping. Then the next joint I heard was Straight Outta Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube, Bang with the Crew, niggas with attitude. We heard that shit. That shit was crazy. Whew. That was a different energy. That was a different time. Straight Outta Compton, right? Then we heard Express Yourself. Then we heard F the Police. Then they had them in a magazine because they were saying that they was discriminating against the police. The rest is history. MC Man was a nice rapper. Ice Cube goes solo. The first song I ever heard Ice Cube go solo with DJ Pooh was The Mac. Ask yourself, who's the Mac? The second song I ever heard Ice Cube made on his own was that what he did with the MC Breeze and King T. King T is another pioneer on that West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to King T, you know what I'm saying? Word. A lot of people don't know. It's funny, right? There was a guy, I think his last name was Dickinson. This guy, Dickinson, was he helped put together the Godfather of Harlem. He was a director or producer in the Godfather of Harlem. Word the mother. The guy who made the movie back in the days called Straight Outta Brooklyn, the kid out of high school. Remember Straight Outta Brooklyn was a movie about a situation in Red Hood Projects or Gowanus back in the days? Shout out to him, man. He was part of that project that said the Godfather of Harlem. Hell yeah. They was going platinum. They takes out the trunk in Oakland, yeah. They did a crazy movement out there. MC Hammer's from Oakland. The same Oakland where people was dying. The same Oakland where Tupac grew up in. That Bay Area. The same Oakland where the Digital Underground was running around. The first time I seen Digital Underground was on Video Music Box. The Humpty Dance was so famous, that was a famous dance in Spofford. I don't know why, but that was a famous dance. When they heard you doing the Humpty Dance in Spofford, it was all wrong for you. One leg in, Humpty Dance, do the Humpty Hump. That song was an international success. Because of that, that got Tupac in the game. The rest is history. Tupac used to dance with Digital Underground. Spice One. Dell the funky Homo sapien. Facts. All that came out of that. A lot of people don't even know Master Ace went to Cali. Not to go to Cali, but he was signed to Delicious Vinyl. He had some dope songs in the mid-90s coming out of that Capitol Records. You know what I'm saying? Capitol Records was killing them. Even though they had some weird stuff going on at Capitol Records. You know what I'm saying? Rico Suave. Remember Rico Suave? Rico Suave. You know, that craziness. Hell yeah. Shout out to Master Ace, man. Well, I remember when he went with that, know what I'm saying? That we had like, we had some underground groups who that was popping. You know what I'm saying? Um, there was a group. I forgot. It'll come back to me. It was a group, and they was popping. You know what I'm saying? Well, Sugar T and all of them. You know what I'm saying? I remember that Sugar T wave. You have Delicious Vinyl. That Delicious Vinyl. Um, what's the name? Young MC, Delicious Vinyl. Um, cause, at that time, Delicious Vinyl was a major independent through Capitol Records. You know what I'm saying? Crooklyn Dodgers, that's a fact. But that was the soundtrack to one of the Spike Lee movies. You know what I'm saying? Special Ed, Master Ace. You know what I'm saying? And Buckshot Shorty. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole boot camp clique. You know what I'm saying? Helter Skelter. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Sean Price. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. That was dope, man. That was dope, man. Buckshot Shorty killed them, you know what I'm saying? We doing it up Brooklyn style. That was a joint. In the Wild by Mentality gets iller, killer. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. That's a fact. Yo, if you watch Colors, they played Roxanne Shante song in there. Go ahead, girl. It had that. It had that. Just watch Colors, and you're gonna hear them play. Go ahead, girl. That's a Roxanne Shante song. You know what I'm saying? They played Roxanne Shante in the movie. Go ahead, girl. When they're in front of the corner store, they play that. Go ahead, girl. That's Roxanne Shante rapping. That girl that's rapping, that's Shante. That's a fact. Well, so shout out to movies like Colors that innovated the culture. Because the next movie after Colors and Boys in the Hood that really choked us out was Men's Society. He was like, they bugging. That was a movie that showed at that point in time 80% of their gang culture. You know what I'm saying? And how it went from the dope era to the crack era. Yo, yeah, I have to go. I gotta do some things, man. I appreciate all your, you know what I'm saying? It was wild, facts. It was crazy. From the dope era to the coke era. You know what I'm saying? I got some more. Big ups, salute to y'all, salute to everybody to check it. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna come on later, you know what I'm saying? And get Reaganomics. We're gonna talk about that's gonna be my next show, Reaganomics. And we're gonna have a Q&A where people can actually ask me questions, and if I know, or somebody in the chat can definitely answer for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a Q&A on Reaganomics. With that being said, party people, have a wonderful morning. You know what I'm saying? Have a wonderful, blessed day. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, party people, peace.